We're live! Hi everyone!
Oh,
Welcome back to Top Grumps. Today we're talking about Hobo with a Shotgun. This is Chris's choice. If it's a weird film, you know Chris picked it. So,
yeah, yeah.
if you've got a problem
We're
and
live.
you own a
Hi,
shotgun,
everyone. Oh,
welcome, then problem solved.
oh.
Chris, hi.
Hello. You all right?
I'm good. I actually enjoyed this movie, so it was
Oh, really?
a lot better than last week's pick.
See, do you know what it is? I liked last week's better. No, Baywatch.
So,
I was thinking I just blocked Baywatch out of my mind.
do you think Velocipasta
Ah,
was last week?
yeah.
Yeah, let's pretend Baywatch. I wasn't here for last week's episode anyway. That was Pamela Lee Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. With that
So,
popping tit.
so what made you pick this movie?
Oh, this is one of them picks, right? So I'm sure I've said this before, but I used to go on HMV and looking at the weird film section, where it would be like all the indie films or whatever. And it's come out in 2011, as a 23-year-old, what's not to like about Hobo with a Shotgun with Rutger Hauer?
I, is he famous? This guy, by the way,
He's
Rutger Hauer.
he was in Blade Runner. He was one of the androids, the one that does the monologue on the ceiling.
I can't remember much of Blade Runner. The first, I haven't seen the second one, but I don't remember much of the first one. Um.
He talks about like electric sheep and that, and
Oh, right. That's why you mentioned Electric Sheep earlier on, when before we started.
yeah,
Right. I understand now. Um.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd never seen this film until yesterday. My friends back in the day had spoke about it when it first came out. Like talking about Hobo with a Shotgun. It was like, well, I don't know if I want to watch a film called Hobo with a Shotgun. It's obviously going to be about a hobo with a shotgun. Like the title just gives it
yeah.
away, but it's the best film about a hobo with a shotgun that I've ever seen.
To be fair, the title is the storyline.
Yeah, it's like what?
It's the plot.
Usually I would say, oh, what's the plot of this movie? But it's like, well, a hobo gets a shotgun.
But it is in like a weird world, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so do you want to give a bit more of a rundown about what this is about then?
Yeah, I mean, it starts off with our main character, Hobo. I don't know his name. I I I don't think it's mentioned, or if it has, it's in passing. He's been hitchhiking on the trains and that, and he gets off at this city. Don't know what it's called. And as soon as he gets there, he sees like bum fights. He sees crime everywhere, prostitution, all that stuff, and then he sees the guy from Trailer Park Boys
Oh yeah, Randy.
get yeah
Ricky.
get beheaded. Ricky, Ricky. Yeah, he gets beheaded, and he's one of the top family members' uncle. It was
Yeah.
like a crime family running this city. And it's basically it's just loads of blood and guts and imaginative
I
ways to die.
I hate that crime boss guy, mind. He reminds us of, do you know that really famous priest or reverend or whatever in America? Which like, the Lord
Yes,
will save you.
yes,
It's just him.
with the demon eyes. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember seeing an interview with him, and he was like, why do you need to like buy a private jet with your followers' money? And he's like, are you the devil?
Oh, I hate him. Like, if heaven and hell exist, he's definitely going to hell. Like, I don't care how much good he's done in his life or what service to God he's done. What a horrible guy. Uh, I'm gonna stop bashing some random Christian in this episode and just move on to talking about the film. Um,
Yeah.
so I was surprised to see Ricky in this as well, mind, at the beginning. Like, I thought he was going to be a main
Yeah,
character when he first showed up, but then he gets his head chopped off with like a barbed wire noose and a car within 5 minutes.
yeah. Yeah, basically they have the main like execution method for the big crime family is they put like a rubber manhole. I don't know if it's meant to be rubber, but it is. The prop is, and it looks
Yeah,
it. They put that round your neck, and they put you in a sewer hole in the ground, which they call the glory hole.
Yeah.
So you're just hanging by your neck, so or below, and then they get a rope made of barbed wire or just rope, wrap it around your neck. The other end is attached to a car. The speed off, and your head pops off. Um, that's the first 5 minutes of Bobby's cameo in this.
Yeah, so seeing like the beginning of this film, I thought, oh, this is going to be proper cheap and crap, just because of that manhole cover. Like, it was definitely meant to be a steel manhole cover because he drops in and you hear it like clink clink. But
Yeah,
then when
yeah.
he's sitting there, it's like moving and like bending and stuff, and it's like couldn't use a real manhole cover to put his head in. But then how would they get his head in it? Um, yeah.
I
Um,
don't know.
I need to point out something that's really irritated us. Not anything anyone's done, but Phoebes has put what is it? It's impressive when a film's entire script is in the title, or is its title, Hobo with a Shotgun. So this popped into my head. I watched a film years ago where I like illegally downloaded a film off LimeWire or something. It was
Yeah,
called John Dies at the End, and it was meant to be some like weird horror film. And it's like, well, this is going to be shite because obviously John's going to die at the end, so they've already spoiled the ending for us. But
yeah.
spoiler, John doesn't die at the end. It was like it was the most annoying thing for that year of my life. Well, I can't
Uh,
remember anything about that film apart from someone tries to leave a room, and as he grabs the door handle, it turns into a penis. Um,
why does that ring a bell? I, I might have seen this film.
or maybe it
I
might be
don't.
one of the other films where you've seen a handle turn into a penis.
Oh, it might. Yeah, true. Oh, is it not that time my handle turned into a penis?
Oh
That
God,
film.
isn't that what you and Phoebes are doing on Next Anime Club?
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, so there's a lot of weird characters in this film as well. Like everybody's so over the top. Um,
Do you know what it
Slick.
reminds me of?
Oh yeah,
Um, do you know that there's a band that was in the early 2000s? They used to sing that ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang.
the
Is it
cartoons.
Toontown or something?
The
Is it the
cartoons.
cartoons? It reminds us like the characters are like those,
Yeah, like they're
except not
so
as plasticine.
overacting and over the top. Um, and as soon as Slick came on the screen, I was just like, this is what I imagine Corey Feldman would be like if he grew up into an adult instead of whatever he is now. Um, and his brother was just a dumbass.
Oh, what's he called? Ivan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm turning into Red Foreman calling people dumbasses now. That's how I know I'm getting old.
Yeah, the two
Oh,
brothers, Slick is like he is like a little slimy little weasel man or weasel boy, and Ivan's like a I don't know, like a the college football player.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's
Yeah,
got ice skates as well, so he's definitely into sports. What is it? Because he stabs somebody with his ice skate. He's like, it's skate rape time.
yeah. Beautiful day for skate rape.
Oh man. So what? We'll start going through our normal questions.
Mm.
We've scrapped the card because I keep forgetting to
Actually,
change all of the categories and I can't be asked anymore. But
I've just thought as well. Big Trev actually did send an advert in
all
for
right,
tonight. Did you load it on so it was ready to play up? Did it work okay?
yeah. It's got a weird file name. It says there's a virus detected as well. But
No, no, he said that would happen.
I'll press
He
play
just
and
said,
see what he's.
yeah, yeah.
Oh no, we've got some
Oh
kind of pop
no.
up. What the Big Trev's
Oh.
escort services. Most of our men and women are clean, but if you get an STD, we guarantee 10% off your next order. Big Trev.
Oh, do you know what it is? When he said escort service, I thought you were selling cars.
All right.
Oh, I would have said no.
Oh,
Oh man.
Big Trev, you massive dick. Get that off there. Click the cross, get it off the screen. Hopefully, I don't have any like sex viruses on my computer now.
But any more anyway.
No. So, first up, we've got best quote of the movie. Um, there's a chance that we might have the same thing. I want you to go first because if it is the same thing, at least you get clipped saying it and taken out of context, and not me.
All right. So basically, there's a point in the film where Ivan and Slick uh corner Rutger Hauer. Ivan is going at him with kicks with his ice skates on,
Yeah,
and Rutger Hauer, a hobo, defends himself by holding up a toaster like this, so his boot goes in the blades. He presses it on and electrocutes him.
yeah.
So Ivan like goes unconscious for a little bit, and then when he wakes up, he goes, "Oh, he made us come."
Do you know what? If I don't even care about saying mine now because if yours gets clipped and taken out of context, that's worse than mine. Actually, they're probably on par with each other. But no, that is. I knew you were going to say the you made us come bit. Mine,
Oh,
my best quote of this movie is when is it the police officer who's curb crawling trying to pick up the prostitute,
yes, yeah,
and he pulls up and he's like, "You're so hot, you make me want to cut my dick off and rub it all over your titties."
yes.
You know what? Like, I played that, and then
Oh,
Bex came downstairs, and I paused it, and I was like, "Are you sure you don't want to watch this?" And just rewound it like 10 seconds, and played out that bit, and she was like, "No, thanks," and just went back upstairs. I don't even think got whatever she came down for. She just left.
that's fair. That's fair.
What have we got next? Is it best
Oh,
character?
yeah. Um, I think he's not even a character. The bloke that I've picked. It's Hobo.
That's who I've picked as well. He is the best
Yeah,
character in this movie.
that and you don't really know besides the baddies, which are like Drake, the big baddie, Slick, Ivan, and Abby, the homeless guy's prostitute mate. There's no other people
Yeah,
really that come into it. Um, but yeah, he's the most redeemable one. He just wants to start a lawnmower business. That's the plot of the film, by the way.
yeah. See, I've picked him similar, like same kind of reasons, but it's like he's standing up for what he believes in, um, and he's trying to reduce crime just because he's sick of all the shit. Um,
Yeah.
and he dies for a cause. I think he's dead. There's not a sequel to this, is there? Hobo with another shotgun or something.
Well, no, because she knackered his shotgun at the end. She saws it in half and then puts a hacksaw to it and that.
Have a hobo with another shotgun.
Ah, true. Have you noticed as well how, because the way he gets the shotgun, he's in the pawn shop, like absolutely having a weird moment with a lawnmower for $50, and then some robbers come into the pawn shop and start like they're pulling a gun on a baby and they're just going a bit mad. Um, and he's like looks at the wall where obviously they keep the loaded shotgun section. And there was a shotgun for exactly the same price, 49.99, as a lawnmower. Do you think that's true? That you can buy a shotgun for the same price as a lawnmower?
I mean, America, possibly.
Ah, true.
Everyone in America has a gun, pretty much, don't they? So
But this shotgun has a limited ammo,
and
so it's got to
does
be worth a bit
well.
more.
I kept thinking that it's like, how many bullets did he have with him? And like, he hasn't got like bulging pockets, and he never seems to run out.
Or money. How does he buy ammo?
I mean, he kills a lot of people. He could just take the money that they've got and then goes back to the shop and
True,
gets more
true.
bullets, maybe. But that does lead me on to my worst character is in that
Hmm.
pawn shop. So the robbers. I haven't just picked one character. It's the group of robbers that rob that pawn shop because they are so shit. They burst in, stick the place up, and they're like, "Give us all your money." And the guy takes all the money out the cash register, and they're like, "Give us more money." And it's like, "I haven't got any more money," and he can clearly see that there's no more money in that cash register. Then another
Yeah.
one is holding a gun to a baby, and he like runs in, holds the gun to the baby, and he's like, "Freeze! Don't move!" or whatever. And it's like, what's the baby gonna do? And then there's another one. There's a third one who's just not doing anything. He should have been keeping an eye on the hobo who's walked over to the gun rack, picked up a shotgun, shot one, then shot another
Yeah.
one, and then shot another one. Not one of them at any point went, someone's shooting us. We have guns. Let's fire back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a canny rant.
No, I get it. I was thinking that the same. I was like, he could have been shot like 12 times by the time it took him to shoot 4 of them with a shotgun that you have to cock every time.
Was there 4 of them?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, well, that's even worse. He shot
Yeah.
4 people and none of them even tried to fight back. What's your worst character?
Oh, right. So he's kind of the best and the worst. It's Slick because he's a proper dick. Like he's not even like a good dick. He's like I don't know. It's hard to describe. When you see him, you just want to punch him in the face because he's a little rat boy, and you're like, oh, he's just a spoiled little kid with daddy issues. But his daddy happens to be like the criminal boss of this city.
See, you've just described Corey Feldman.
What, in real life?
Pretty much.
Oh, he does look like him though, doesn't he?
But
Ah, I never saw him play guitar, so I wouldn't know.
who? Never. What? Who? Slick playing guitar.
Slick, yeah.
Oh, right. I was gonna say I've
Yeah.
seen Corey Feldman playing guitar. He's got the weirdest music videos ever. Just him like having a house party and
Didn't
nobody
he
would
have
go
a
to Corey
real?
Feldman's house party.
Do you know that he's got like? Because I once saw a documentary thing. Or was it a reality show thing where he has like women who live in his house and he doesn't let them wear clothes. They've always got to be wearing underwear or like a bikini. It's weird, and it's
That's
like,
the
how are you
dream.
pulling these?
That's the dream, Chris. That's where we want.
Yeah,
That's the goal for Top Grumps. That's the level we want to achieve. Where
we
we've got
want Big Trev wearing
Top
a bikini.
Top Grumps Manor with Big Trev and Big Bev in bikinis at the swimming pool at all times. And you're all invited, everyone. Well, everyone that's in the chat right now. If anyone's watching this in the future, you're not invited. You should have been with us from the beginning.
Oh,
What's next on the list after worst character? Is it Death?
best death, best
So
death.
yeah,
I've got 2.
again, you've led into one of mine with Slick. So have I put? Yeah, I have put the bus kids.
All right,
All the kids
that's
on
a
the
good
bus.
choice.
Where he's asking them questions like, "Do you love candy?" And they're like, "Yay!" "Do you love puppies?" "Yay!" "Do you love homos?" "Yay!" He's like, "I hate homos," and just starts flamethrowing them all. And it's like,
Yeah,
that's fucked up. Like, even for like a crazy movie like this level, but not many movies have the balls to kill kids, especially because they've cheered for homos or something like that. Not in like,
yeah.
not. I'm not being like, what's the word? Homophobic or anything like that.
No,
But
he did say hobos, not homos.
oh, did he? Oh, right.
Yes.
I thought he was being homophobic, and it was like, Jesus
No,
Christ,
no.
this is like you can't do that. Like, especially with like kids as well. But then it was like, but still, just to have the balls to like kill the kids, like just that
Yeah.
whole scene.
I mean, you can't even kill kids in the Fallout games.
Unfortunately,
I know, we've tried.
I'm sure someone spotted a child in the GTA 6 trailer. That's going to be fun.
Oh.
I hope there's an orphanage. Hope you can set buildings on fire. Damn orphans. So needy. Oh.
Not anymore.
And during Pride Month, Lee, yeah, sorry, Molly. Like I said, I was just quoting the movie, but apparently I've got it wrong. Like, I thought that's what he said. It would have made sense considering this is called Hobo with a shotgun. I didn't put those two things together. Autism. Yeah.
All right, play the autism card.
What have you put for your best death then, Chris? Let's move on quick before I get cancelled.
Right. So, as I said, I had 2. One of them was the kids burning in in the school bus getting killed that way. But the other one was so the film goes after he's killed a bus full of kids, he does that to show that his family's on the boss because the hobo's starting to kill all the like criminals and stuff with a shotgun and all of the pedophiles in the city shoots them and blah blah blah. So the crime family goes on the telly and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill all the kids if you don't do as we say," and they're trying to start a war. He's like, "Oh, if you see any homeless people, kill them, and we'll if you bring us the head of the hobo main character guy, we'll give you women." I didn't understand that part, but he's anyway. Um, but after this, there's a montage of homeless people getting hunted down and killed, and one of them was a bunch of construction workers chasing a homeless guy, and there's just a box in the middle of the road under a JCB digger, and he just crawls into it, and then the JCB bucket just goes and just splats him everywhere. So I've just put that.
There is some amazing deaths in this. I've just remembered the dodgems, the bumper cars.
Yes.
But they just hold the
Yes.
guy's head down and two bumper cars just drive into him, and they've got like big metal plates on the front.
Yeah.
I don't think that would crush his head like that. I don't think dodgems can go fast enough, but I don't care. It was fun.
They are reinforced though, so I'm going to say yeah, they will.
Um, what's next? We've got best death, best moment.
Mhm.
What have you picked for your best moment?
So my best moment is a death, and it's Drake, the main slimy guy, um, head of the crime family. He gets stumped to death. Because the hobo's mate, the prostitute, she gets her arm kind of sawn off in a lawnmower, and it like takes her hand off, and she's left with like a bloody bone sticking out. So at the end, um, she just goes mental and starts stabbing him in the
Yeah,
stomach, in the arms, everywhere with it. I just thought, oh, that's quite a fun way to die.
I don't know. I think I might be a bit wrong in the head for this, but when I was watching that scene, all I could think of after seeing her like getting her hand cut off and seeing the bone was like,
Mm,
ah, this happens in loads of films where like Stallone will be fighting somebody and his head's like next to a like helicopter blade or something. If I'm ever
mm.
in that position, all I need to do is put my hand in so I've got something to stab the person with, and then I win. That might not be the best thing to be thinking of, but
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you'd be all right after you get a sharpened arm bone.
I mean, it would be better than my head going in there when
True,
I'm fighting
true.
the main boss of my story. Uh,
What the Gateshead Mafia?
yeah. What were we on best moment? I can't remember what I picked for my
Best
best
moment, yeah.
moment. Oh, Dustbin Samurai. Um,
Mm,
so I don't know what they were called, but I've just named them Dustbin Samurai because they looked like samurai with armor made out of metal bins.
yeah,
Um,
I think they're called the Plague or something. Like the
right.
two of them.
I remember someone saying something about the plague, but I thought somebody had the plague. Uh,
Mm.
but no, those guys were pretty cool. And just the way they came into the hospital and they were like shooting the arrows into the ceiling and like noosing people and like all the flashing lights going on as well. That was like the most like cinematic masterpiece
Yeah,
of that whole movie, I think. Like
yeah.
it looked proper badass.
That's where the budget went.
Yeah. They couldn't afford a decent armor for them, so they made it out of bins and bin lids and stuff. But yeah, the
Do,
film
do,
style was good.
do you know what I didn't get? Do you know when because there was two of the bin men samurais. There was a fat one and a skinny one. And the fat one gets killed by the prostitute, and like towards the end, the thinner samurai comes up to her and goes, "She killed blah de blah. She becomes him now." And then the hobo's just like, "No," and then he just walks away into the sunset. I I didn't get it.
I don't even remember that. Like
Uh,
I don't know how, unless it's not. It might not have been in my version, possibly.
I watched the free one online.
I bought this for £2.49 on YouTube or something like that.
Overpaid, overpaid.
What was that one that was best moment? Oh, you did your best moment. You did the arm stabby thing,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
you?
yeah. Oh,
Um,
and when she lifted a manhole cover with one on.
oh yeah. Oh, how did that
That
wouldn't
was
have
horrible.
worked? Her arm would have
No.
snapped.
Do you know, if you were suspended by your neck, right, in a manhole cover, so it was just the neck up, so only your head was exposed, and you were asking someone to lift you up, would you not say lift the grate instead of grab me hair?
Yeah, but although it might still be easier to grab his hair and pull than like get our fingers into the holes and lift up. Um,
True.
so that brings us on to the best category of our show. What is the
Hmm.
most awkward boner moment in this whole movie? When would
Yeah.
be the worst time for yourself or a character to get a boner?
So I've done for the character, which is Mr. Hobo Man himself, Hobo Hauer, Rutger Hauer.
Yep.
Um, for some reason, when the prostitute lady first takes the hobo in, and she's like tucking him into bed, he starts telling her story about how like a bear can take your face off with one swipe, and she's like, "Oh yeah, mint, go to sleep now." And I just, it was just a weird, awkward moment.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. Like, where did that story come from?
No, neither do I. I don't know if there was like a deleted scene that added context or something, or but he's literally just like sitting down in a bed, and she's like tucking him in like as you would a homeless man who's staying at your house, and he's just like, if you know, like brown bears are really strong and they can take your face off with one swoop. She's like, yeah, great.
Uh,
I'm glad I took this homeless man in.
My theory of that is that the whole message of this film was free the bears. Because maybe they just put that whole thing in just so they can have the line at the end where she's going, I want to go to the zoo and see bears with you. For him to go, bears don't belong in a zoo. Maybe the filmmakers just
Oh,
really like bears. Like, oh, there's not
yeah,
enough bear attacks in our village here in America. Free the bears.
free the bears. What
Um,
about yours?
so this was a this was such a difficult movie to pick an awkward boner moment because it is just a homeless man running around shooting people for a whole movie.
Hmm.
Um, but Pedo Santa
Yeah.
feels weird just even going Pedo Santa. So there's a there's a guy dressed as Santa in his car with binoculars looking at some children, and he's wanking in his car. What does he say? Like, I'll be
I'm
coming
gonna
down.
fill both your chimneys or something like that.
I'm gonna come down both of your chimneys tonight or something like
Bear in
that.
mind, it's not Christmas or winter or anything as well.
But then the hobo shows up and he's like, "You child molester and fuck," and shoots him in the face.
Yeah.
I would like to think that Pedo Santa has a boner because he's obviously doing the bad thing that he likes to do. But then I like to think that the hobo would also have a boner because he's doing the thing he likes to do of killing pedos.
Ah,
So I picked that for my awkward boner moment.
yeah. I like it.
Um,
I like that better than mine actually.
I have just remembered something that there was something I was going to say earlier on, and I completely forgot it, and it's just popped in my head again. So one of the most weird moments of this whole movie wasn't anything that actually happened. It was Ricky from Trailer Park Boys, right at the beginning, gets put in the grate, barbed by a noose, car drives off, pulls his head off, and the crime boss sticks his head on the front of the car and drives off. And then it
Hmm.
cuts immediately to a scene of the hobo like looking in the window of the pawn shop at his lawnmower, and it's got this really nice piano music, and it's like a nice little montage, like ding 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 ding,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like you can't go to such a nice, happy, cheerful music scene after a man has just had his head ripped off by a car with barbed wire. Have some kind of segue.
I don't know. I kind of like it because it just adds to the what the fuck. Because I still don't get his dream. Because he's
Yeah,
just like, if you think about it, he's in the middle of a city, right? It's an American city where they don't have gardens there. They're like all apartment buildings and blocks. What grass is he gonna cut?
don't know. Oh, hang on. What does the last guy hand cut off with at the end? Is that a lawnmower?
Yes, that's a lawnmower from the pawn shop because she turns it into a shield that somehow still works.
Oh, I've only just realised that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's mint. Nice little throwback to the lawnmower stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Last of all, then, um, what would you rank this out of 5?
Oh, right. I'm gonna do it a little bit more than halfway because I really like this film and it's got a lot of nostalgia. So 3 out of 5.
Right. I've gave it higher.
Oh, really?
I've gave this a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, get in.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
It was just everything you want in a film. Just people
yeah,
being shot with a shotgun and having their heads cut off and children burning on a bus. What more could you ask
yeah,
for?
yeah. You've got a point. To be fair, maybe he's a bit more like clarification on what the hobo actually wanted. Like,
Yeah.
because if I was that hobo and you walked into this town, that literally one of the first things that he sees is, can you remember bum fights?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. The bum fight guy, man.
Yeah, which was an actual thing where there's this guy watching like he's making two homeless people like fight to the death nearly, and he's like paying them $10 to do it,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, you want to earn some money, homeless man?" And he's just like, "No."
No,
Um,
I
you
did
just
hear.
you just move on.
I did hear about bum fights back in the day, but for some reason it was something that I never got into. People like,
Yeah,
I mean, everybody here knows what I'm like. They'll probably think, "Oh, Lee would watch that," but I just had no interest in it. Like,
no,
it is very what's the word? Depreci Not depreciating. I don't know.
sadistic.
Pretty much, yeah. That
Yeah,
word fits just as well as whatever word was trying to force its way into my head. I've had 3 hours sleep. I'm surprised I've lasted this long being able to talk today. So,
what she said.
have you? Is there anything else about this film that you want to get into before we move on?
Um, I I think. In my picks, right, I think I'm moving up in quality, and I don't like it. I think I need to lower the quality of films that I'm doing, is in like the special effects quality and stuff. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for like the perfect bad film soon
Right.
to suggest again. But it's obviously your pick this week. But yeah, or did you notice that when the hobo first got his shotgun and started killing all the criminals, all the newspaper headlines that were popping up?
Oh, I just remember one where it was like a homeless man demands change or something.
Stops begging, demands
Yeah,
change.
that was it. I
Yeah.
was like, what a pun.
There's another one. Parents smile as bodies pile.
Oh man.
I mean, there was. I did forget to say my other best quote, which was kind of what was it? Do you know when he first fights Slick at the start, and he's just like, "Hey, leave her alone," and then he like cracks him in the face with like a sock full of quarters, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, put the knife down, or I'll cut welfare checks out of your skin." And then he replies, "Well, you better cut one for Mother Teresa for when she's finger banging you in hell." And I didn't get it, so I've put that as a quote.
I just clicked on IMDb there because when I looked through earlier on, it was like, oh my god, there's so many amazing quotes in this movie. Go the fuck home, everyone, and don't forget to wash your dicks.
Yeah,
Uh,
I put that down as well.
oh, what was the police officer? The police officer when he's like, did anybody welcome you to town? And he's like, no, they never do. And he's like, pulls his gun out and he goes, welcome to Fucktown. Oh, but yeah, I don't have anything else to say on this. It's been a wild ride watching this movie. I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, so would I. Well, I just did a watch along in the Discord, but no one turned up. It was just me. But yeah, I think it's good to watch with people. It's
Yeah.
one of them films where you can have a couple of beers and just sit back and
It seems like a bit of a bloke movie though. Like,
you think,
yeah, like Bex just looked at one scene and was like, "Nah." I can't imagine Molly being like, "Oh yeah, can we watch Hobo with a shotgun tonight?"
no, no. To be fair, the other night she was just like, "Oh, do you want to watch? Do you want to just you a night in? We'll get some snacks and watch the Ocean Gate documentary."
But I mean, you did that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Because I remember you saying it.
yeah, I
But I would
quite
watch
enjoyed
that.
it. Yeah,
Better than what Bex tried to suggest watching the other day, and I just clearly said no, like outright. She was like, "Oh, do you want to? We'll get a takeaway and we'll put the new Snow White on." No,
mm,
no, I'm all right, thanks.
yeah, nah.
No, but um, I
What's
I completely forgot that it's my turn to pick a movie. I
oh,
remembered like 20 minutes before starting this when I was like getting out of the
mm-hmm.
shower. Um,
To
and
be announced or
no, I've thought of one because I had music
right,
playing when I was in the shower, and I was like, oh shit, I need to think of a film, and Dream Warriors was on, so it's like
right.
I really want to watch that film. I haven't seen it in years, and
Oh, which one is it again?
that's Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Three.
It's the one with the fucking
Three
amazing
warriors.
soundtrack. Don't wanna
Oh,
dream no more.
is that the one where like halfway through it's like put on your 3D glasses now, and they're like ding ding.
I don't know. I haven't seen this since I was about 10 year old or something like that.
Oh, I used to have like the box set with all of the films in, and I'm sure one of them was one of the crappy 3D ones where it's just like put on your glasses now, and then is it the last with the mohawk in it?
I think so. Yeah.
Because she's got a knife and she starts doing that towards the screen, as if like the 3D glasses will make you go whoa.
But the main thing that I remember is the kids go in and they're going, "Oh, it's our dreams. We can do what we want to fight Freddy." And one kid's like, "I'm a wizard." Like, you're a wizard, Harry. And he starts trying to fight. So
Yeah.
yeah, and obviously it's got an amazing soundtrack. I feel like I'm gonna have to do some weird video to promote this for next week. I don't know if anyone wants to send videos in of what your character would be in your dreams to fight Freddy Krueger, and we'll make a little montage of everyone who puts a video in fighting Freddy.
And if Paul could just send us a video of him sleeping, that would be great. Because
Oh yeah,
the one I've got's a bit old now.
yeah. Paul, send that video to Kris. He needs
Yeah.
it for research purposes. So are you happy to do that next week?
Yeah, of course I am.
Right. Okay.
I love that song as well. Docking in it.
Yeah, it's so cool,
Yeah.
man. What else have we got coming up this week?
Oh, right, I've got so we've got what day is it? It's Tuesday, I Wednesday at 8:30 we've got the Rumblecast, which is the return of RoboCop. Was it?
Oh,
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 Capital Combat.
is it that one?
Yeah.
Where I think he
So
tag teams with Sting. I think.
does he?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
not
Do
the
you know what
one,
it is?
not Sting from the Police. The wrestler.
Oh, right. I thought it was like doing stand so close, like message in a bottle. Oh. Yeah, so that's 8:30 Wednesday. Saturday we've got Countdown Doomsday, Ragnarok. And Monday we've got Repo, that medical horror musical thing. Because they've just got off doing the interviewing celebrities and that for Slay, haven't they?
Yeah,
So
I still need to watch that. It came out.
oh, it's amazing.
Was it today?
Yesterday.
No, it was yes, last night. It came out.
Yeah.
I've been at work all day, so I haven't had a chance to listen to it. But I'm going to listen to it tomorrow while I'm at work. Who?
Sammy Dad did a cracking job, like interviewing like actual famous people and that.
I can't remember the guy's name, man. It's he's a McPoyle.
Yeah.
I've got the name Jimmy Jameson stuck in my head, but it's not. That's the guy who sings the Baywatch theme tune. It is Jimmy, isn't it?
Jimmy? Um. Sorry, I'm just looking it up.
Sorry, Sammy. I've forgot the name of him, but Jimmy
Jimmy
Simpson.
Simpson.
That's it. I'm sorry. It's because, like I said, we did Baywatch last week, and Jimmy Jameson's like, "I'll be ready." It's still stuck in my head. So, yeah,
The amount of people are in here. Oh yeah, because it's like a what's it called? GoFundMe thing for it.
yeah.
Because Sabi said, I think it ends on her birthday. So instead of getting our present, if you just pledge some money towards that, and then just tell her that you've done it,
Yeah.
it's a present and that.
And that's everything because I don't think we've got a podcast on Sunday.
Nah,
No.
nah.
So, anything to add?
Wait a minute.
Oi,
Anime Club?
Anime Club, man. Fucking hell. Your
Oh,
your other great
right.
love.
Right, so we're doing it live on Friday, and we have to celebrate Pride Month. Got Tokyo Godfathers, which has some good like representation in. I've never seen it yet. I should before Friday, but Phoebe says is recommended. She said it's her favorite film, so if it's crap, judge Phoebe's taste on that.
Have you got anything else that you want to plug for Anime Club? For something that's coming up next weekend?
Oh, I've got a competition going as well, a
Yeah.
giveaway. Oh yeah, I'm crap at this.
No,
Yeah,
you
so
remember everything else. I remember that one thing.
yeah, so at the minute, we have actually got 2 tickets for SunnyCon to give away, which is the not Friday, the Friday after.
Yeah.
But all you need to do is literally subscribe to Nerdy Up North, and comment on the Mashley video why you like anime. That's all you need to do. And then I think it's Friday, we're gonna just pick a random name, message you, try to get in contact and say there's 2 free tickets. Go mad, weekend tickets and all.
I'm not commenting on the video just because if my name gets pulled out, it will look like a right fix. Like, oh, Anime Club are pulling the ticket out. Oh, it's the other half of Top Grumps.
Oh,
God,
well,
you
you've
got
already got tickets anyway, haven't you?
yeah,
Then we're staying in the same hotel room.
yeah. I had the same hotel
Top,
room. Yeah,
Topping and Tim, yeah, yeah.
but
Molly's
again,
gonna stay in the room next door though.
yeah, with Bex.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Have you got a final word for today?
Yes, I do. Hall.
Don't be a grump. Be a tough grump.
Hey.